What's up? Welcome into another edition of Breaking Booms. That's right, we got one on offense. Hey, we got an offensive commit. I'm offended it took so long. Bo Jackson out of Cleveland, Villa Angela, St. Joseph High School, in-state stud running back. Such a relief to finally get a skill player on offense. What's Brian Hartline been doing? Anyway, Bo Jackson, a huge get for the Buckeyes, just committed last night. So let's talk about it. You know him. I know him. We all know him. 6 foot, 205 out of Cleveland. High 4-star, 9.576. Number 81 player in the class. Number 5 running back in the class. Legit stud. Number 5 player in the great state of Ohio. Had offers from everybody. Let's get into his scouting report here. One of the best skill players on offense in the Midwest, hands down. He can run between the tackles or outside, has a physically imposing, college-ready frame, and shows impressive contact balance, consistently runs through arm tackles. He has elite short area quickness and agility while evading defenders at the second level. He's one of the more productive running backs in his junior year in the Midwest. Finished last year with 30 touchdowns, 30, 1,700 yards rushing, 10 yards a carry. Oh, shit. So with his mix of size and athleticism, he can immediately carve out a role in a 2 or 3 man rotation at running back. Likely needs some time to master the minor details of playing college football, pass protection, things like that, and some of those specific things. But his best football is probably ahead of him. He committed to the Buckeyes Tuesday night, picking Ohio State just 2 days after his official visit in Columbus. He said after his visit, quote, "Overall, it was a great weekend for me and my family. Spending time with Coach Ryan Day, Chip Kelly, Carlos Locklyn were great, but the real highlight with both trips so far was hanging out with current players around campus." So Bo committed to the Buckeyes over Georgia, Alabama, the Cheaters, and some others. In May, Jackson planned on taking 3 visits, and his top 3 were Ohio State, Georgia, and Bama. Now, with this commitment last night to Ohio State, the Bama trip is off, so cancel that. And the commitment is the first win for new running backs coach Locke. He locked it up. And Benedict Alford, going back to his time and his recruitment of Bo Jackson, he was not as high on Jackson, did not make him a priority. Ryan Day was high on Jackson. Ryan Day wanted him to be a high priority. But so Tony Alford actually going to the Cheaters helped us because Jackson had a strong relationship with Coach Locke back from his time at Oregon. So that made it an easy transition when Coach Locke came on to the Ohio State staff, and he could rekindle and continue that relationship with Bo Jackson. So thanks, Benedict, for leaving, and Coach Locke came in to pick up the pieces and get this one in the fold. Since Coach Locke arrived on campus, he and Jackson spoke nearly every other day until his commitment. Jackson said about Ryan Day, quote, "His message has always been that he wants me to be a Buckeye. I was sad to see Coach Alford go." I doubt it. But I do have a good relationship with Coach Locklyn. So with the addition of Bo, the Buckeyes want to add at least 2 more running backs. Well, at max 2 probably. A total of 3 for the class of 25. So they continue to pursue 4-star running back Jordan Davison. And then former Kentucky commit Isaiah West. And then they just had Alabama commit Anthony Rogers, the little guy. He took an unofficial last week to Ohio State and may take an official this fall. So a lot of irons in the fire still. And Coach Locke has put out a ton of offers to running backs across the country. So um, just in case Davison decides he doesn't want to share time and maybe he wants to go to Oregon, it's really with Davison, it's really Ohio State and Oregon there. He wants to leave home for sure. And I feel pretty strongly we're going to get Isaiah West, you know. So we'll see what happens there. So this class has 13 in it, lucky 13, number one ranked class in the country. If you go by average, of course, which we do on this show, we go by average per recruit. Buckeyes with a 9.492, Oregon 9.423, LSU a 9.381, Bama a 9.344, Clemson 9.336, Georgia 9.288. So Georgia kind of off the pace a little bit there, but you know how they do it. They follow the Nick Saban blueprint from years ago of, you know, come in late and shit like that. So I do have the updated assistant coach, position coach big board here that I've been tracking. Let me share that with you real quick. We can see where these position coaches stand, because it's always a competition, right? Okay. So Tim Walton's still in first with his 9.87, and that's even with losing the Blake Woodby commitment. Justin Fry, just one commitment. Then Larry with 2, solid 96. I'll take that all day. Coach Locke jumps up the board. He was last with 0 commits. Now with his 1 commit, he's a 9.58. And then you got Coach Key, 9.43 with just 1. Threes has 2 commits, but just a 9.22. Heartline, just 1 commit. Des Jones out of New Jersey, a lower ranked dude. Hopefully we can get his rating bumped up a bit, but right now just an 8.96 for Coach Hart. And Matt Guerreri has a kind of a skewed rating there for Cody Haddad, who, you know, we talked about a million times, only played 4 games last year. In his junior year. So I expect Cody Haddad to get a huge rating bump this camp season and then into his senior year. So that's the big board. Yeah. So really we want to just kind of, I don't know, focus on more offensive players, really. I think Coach Hart's going to have to start getting some guys in the fold. I know we got a ton of offers out there, and we're going to start reeling in some of these wide receivers. Obviously, quarterbacks set in stone. Now that Bo Jackson is in, he's the first running back in. How did the running backs fall into place? Maybe Isaiah West wants to grab his spot. You know, if Coach Locke will take his commitment right now, you know, does Isaiah West take that? I don't know. Does Coach Locke want to hold out for Davison, you know, hold a spot for him? We'll see. So, and a lot of O-line recruiting still yet to be done. Just 1 commitment there. Fry's going for 5 for Fry. So it's looking good along the O-line. They got Stargell, the center, they're in pretty good with. And you got a couple of guards. Fanuku looks like the Buckeyes are in good shape with. He hasn't played a lot of football, so he's going to be a developmental guy. It's going to take 2+ years to get on the field, probably. Carter Lowe is, you know, almost as good as first-year starter, second-year starter most likely. So, and then you got David Sanders still out there and stuff. So Buckeyes are in good shape for him, but it's going to be a long recruitment there. So that's all I got for you today. Hope you enjoy the breaking boom, and we'll talk to you later. Go Bucks.